This is another example of the forward and backward scan to find critical path on directed networks. Okay, so I've drawn the network in white and I've added all of the checker boxes in a pink, and I've labeled them according to the activity that they belong to. And I've placed these relatively at the start of each activity near the vertex, and there's one for each activity. I've also drawn one for the end. Now remember, with our boxes, we put in the forward scan earliest start time in blue, and in the second box, we put the latest start time in red when we do the backward scan. So we get the start from the forward scan and we get the second one from the backward scan. All right, so starting off doing the forward scan, we've got activity A and B are coming from the start, so they have no immediate predecessors, so they are both going to start at 0. Now to get into start D, E and F, I've got a couple of options here. I can come through A, so 0 plus 7 is 7 as one option, and I've also got another option coming through B and C. So let's have a look at that one. I'll just put the C up the top there because that is one of my options for to start D, E and F. So let's have a look. So coming through to, in order to start C, I must go through B. That's the only option I have. So 0 plus 5 is 5. And then to come into this vertex up here to start D, E and F, I can go 5 plus 8, which is 13. 13 is an option here. Now, because these three activities all start at the same place, these three all have the same two options, right? Because they're all leading off from the same place. Again, doing my forward scan, I'm looking for the highest value if I have an option. So the highest value for each of those would be 13. And I keep going with my forward scan. To get into G, up the top here, to start G, I have to go through D. So 13 plus the 3 is 16. And then to going through that way, so I might come through here before I get into that. But to start to do I have to go through F. So 13 plus the 6 for F is 19. All right. And then to do, looking up for, if we carry along here, the 16 plus the 9 to start activity H is 25. So 16 plus the 9 is 25. It's my only option. And now to get to the finish, I can have 25 plus 2, which is 27. I could have 13 plus E, which is 12 plus, so 13 plus 12, which is 25. Or I could have 19 plus 11, which is 30. Again, forward scan, we're taking the highest value. We're going to go with the 30. And that's our forward scan completed. I'm going to change color, go to red. I'm now doing my backward scan. I'm now going to subtract in the opposite direction of the arrow, and I'm going to take the lowest value if there is an option. So I put in the same number that I get for the last box. So 30, and I might take H first. So 30 minus 2 for box H is 28. 30 minus 11 for box I is 19. 30 minus 12 for box E is 18. I'm going to come back up the top. 28 minus 9 for box G is 19. Okay, so 19 minus 3 for box D is 16. And then I need to come back around this way. So 19 minus 6 for box F is 13. Now here's what I was talking about with when you've got the option for your backward scan, take the lowest value. So because I've got three values coming in, I'm going to take the lowest value going in. So the lowest value is the 13. So take the 13 and carry on. So getting back my pen. So 13 minus 8 for box C is 5. 13 minus 7 for box A is 6. And 5 minus 5 for box B is 0. To find the critical path, we're looking for the boxes that have 2 of the same number. So I'll just change colour here. So we've got B, we've got C, we've got F, we've got I, and that is the completion. So B, C, F, I, and it's going to take 30 increments of time. And that is that completed. And again, of course, if you are asked a question about what is the slack time or what is the float time of activity G, you just go up to your box for activity G and you subtract these two values. So the earliest start time for G is 16, the latest start time is 19. So we have a slack time of 3 increments. So that means that that activity can be delayed by 3 hours, minutes, seconds, whatever, without it affecting the minimum completion time for the project. Hope this has helped.